Welcome, welcome, welcome to another episode of Your Game Therapy. As always, I'm your host, Candor, and tonight we will be kicking off a brand new series on the channel. Tonight we will be playing Blueprints. If you guys are new to the channel, welcome. It is so good to have you guys here. This channel specializes in long-form Let's Plays with very minimal editing, so if that's your thing, you've come to the right place. By playing our games 99.9% blind, it means we will get lost. We will wander, we will probably die, but we will enjoy the game the way it was meant together. If you guys have seen any of our other series and are coming back, it's nice to see you guys again. I hope you enjoy this adventure. The only thing I know about this game is that it's come out a few days ago. It is incredibly highly rated, and I know the genre. It's going to be a puzzle game, which if you guys know anything about this channel, we love puzzles, we love lore, we love adventure. So, with all of that said, at the top of the hour, let's start this like we always do. Grab your favorite drinks, grab your favorite snacks, kick back and relax, and enjoy the first hour of Blueprints on Your Game Therapy with Candor. Cheers. All right, let's get started. What is Blueprints about? Dogubomb presents Dogubomb or Dogubomb? I don't know. Dogubomb in association with Raw Fury. A game by Tonda Ross. Okay. We got a storm in the background.
Publish and declare this instrument my last will and testament, and hereby revoke all wills and codicils heretofore made by me.
Okay.
I give and bequeath to my grandnephew, Simon P. Jones, son of my dear niece, Mary Matthew, all of my right, title, and interest in, and to the house and land which I own near Mount Holly.
Beautiful house. Wow.
The above provision and bequest is contingent on my aforementioned grandnephew discovering the location of the 46th room of my 45-room estate.
Wait, what?
The location of the room has been kept a secret from all the staff and servants of the manor, but I am confident that any heir worthy of the Sinclair legacy should have no trouble uncovering its whereabouts within a timely manner.
Huh.
Should my grandnephew fail to uncover this room or provide proof of his discovery to the executors of my will, then this gift shall lapse.
So we lose the house. We lose everything.
In witness whereof I have hereunto set my hand this 18th day of March, 1993. Herbert S. Sinclair.
March 1993. Okay. Wow, what an interesting premise they just dropped on us. I like how we just glossed over the fact that he said we have to find the 46th room of his 45-room mansion. What time is it? It's 6, 7, 8. It's 8 o'clock? Okay. We've just arrived. It's 8 o'clock. And wow, the graphics are so cool. This is such a good art style. And wow, we're in control already. Okay, so I am already intrigued. So the purpose of this game is we have to find the 46th room out of our 45 room estate and mansion. By the way, I've said this in a million playthroughs by now, but always go left if it's a side scroller, or always go back if they give you the chance to go back. Never go straight ahead when it intends you to go straight ahead. Why does it say 49 in the upper left corner instead of, I think it said 50 over here. 48. Do I have a limited number of steps? 47. Wow. Take a look at that, though. I mean, I am intrigued by the premise of this game. I one of my favorite books of all time is a book called House of Leaves. If you guys ever get the chance to pick that up or read that, it's a very interesting story. And it's not so much like, oh, the 46th room of a 45 room house, but there is something to it. I cannot open this. Okay, so left click interacts with things. I don't know what right click does. But The House of Leaves is a story that very much goes into something kind of like this without giving too much away, because I would love it if you guys actually read it and learned for yourself. But imagine if one day you measure your house and the inside of your house is slightly bigger by a few inches than the outside of your house. That's the perfect place to start with the story. The rest is in the book if you want to read it. But yeah, this is beautiful. I really like the art style. Reminds me kind of a comic book. It actually, to take it back to one of the stories that we've already covered here on the channel, it reminds me of What Remains of Edith Finch when you play the comic book section with the Halloween sounds and everything. But okay, obviously we're going to explore outside of the house before we explore inside the house. So let's go downstairs here and let's see what we can find. And let's start clicking on anything that moves. I don't even know what we're supposed to really do yet, but we're just going to go down here and explore because we either want to break this. Can I crouch? You cannot crouch. I don't know any of the controls yet, but you cannot crouch, but this is a boarded up room. I'm just trying to peek in there to see if I can see anything. No, I can't. And you can't jump off of things either. Okay. That's beautiful. Oh, wow. Yeah, let's just have a waterfall in our house. That's incredible. So any heir of the Sinclair legacy should be able to figure this out, is basically what that guy said. He rescinded all of his will and testaments previous to this one, and he decided to give us the house and the lands based on, or contingent upon, us being able to discover the secret 46th room of a 45 room house. Okay. You've got my attention. We're also wandering in the dark now, and I have no idea what's going on here. There's torches, but I can't turn them on or anything. I promise you, if there's one thing we do here, is we will exhaust every single inch of a map before we proceed. But okay, so nothing here that I can do yet. We're probably gonna have to come back to this at some point, I'm assuming. And there's nothing really to interact with, so let's try upstairs again before we go into the house, because I believe there was one other branch over here. And this is open, so this is the way we came from. I'm assuming this exits the house. Oh, hello. Do you hear that? There's like a little, there's like a drone back there. A hum. Private drive. Or is that just music? My bad, it's just music. Did we find a campsite? Hey. Oh, I love camping. The campsite. Due to the rules set forth in your great uncle's will, you are not allowed to stay in the estate overnight. Luckily, however, your scouting skills have been put to good use to fabricate a very respectable off-site sleeping quarters. You may call it a day at any time from the blueprint menu. This can be accessed after picking up the blueprint in the entrance hall. Okay. We have a little, we have a little chick, a little stuffed animal. And we like our books. I like that about our character already. They like their books. That's funny because in House of Leaves, the text that is special is also blue. And that kind of stands out to me. You may call it a day is in blue and blueprint is in blue. And that is actually a similar thing in the book. In House of Leaves, anytime you see the name, the number or the name. Wow. The number or the name. Anytime you see the word house, it's in blue. And there's a reason why. What is this? I love point and click adventures. I just, at a very early age, I started playing Myst when I was a little kid, right? So I grew up on this stuff. Well, we could brute force this. That would take a while. We could brute force this, but let's not. Let's play this game the way we probably should. But yeah, Myst. It's funny because we also have a recording of Riven, of a Riven playthrough, but we have to kind of fix some of the editing on it or the audio problems we had. So eventually I'll be releasing the Riven playthrough that we did, but that is also an excellent, excellent game. All right, so I think we've exhausted everything outside that we can see. I'm sure there are secrets that we're going to be able to find along the way, but let's get the actual main storyline going here. Let's go into the entrance and pick up whatever the blueprint is. So these are power lines. Okay. Power lines that run into the house. Where else do they go? They go that way. Up into the hills over there. How big is this place? How much are we actually going to explore? Okay. Well. What's with the footsteps up there? Oh, searching the estate can be exhausting. Each time you enter a room, you will lose one step. When you no longer have any steps left, you'll be too tired to continue searching the manor and must call it a day. So every time we went back inside and outside, back and forth, we basically lost a step. Okay. We will analyze. Okay, hold on. I do have to, let me pause just to verify that the audio and the video is okay, but I also need to get one thing that's not directly in front of me that we're going to need for this playthrough. I will be right back. All right, we are back. And making its first appearance in this playthrough is our gaming journal. So we are old school nerds at this channel. Like I said, I grew up playing Myst. I grew up playing a lot of the old computer games that required a stupid amount of like note taking. So I've always gotten used to, whenever I play, to just jot down stuff that seems interesting to me or things that I might need in the future. Back in the day when you couldn't save a game and you had to like write down a code to actually be able to go back to your playthrough. And I just like to jot stuff down whenever I see something that's interesting. So the first thing that I noticed here is that looks like it is an ace of spades. So I don't know. For me, an ace of spades is usually symbolic of something. So we're going to draw that down there. And we will continue to take notes on anything that seems remarkable. But we also had forgotten our border on our camera. So that is up and ready to go now. Okay. If you can interact with it, you should touch it. That's how I live my life. Okay. Now, is it that we've been in here for too long? Damn it. I'm going to have to go outside and lose a step just to check. Okay, let's check real quick. There's 41. I know. Damn it. Okay, so it is correct. We just cost ourselves 2 steps to verify the time. Okay, so the time is accurate. And that, okay, that's the guy. There's that shape again. I feel like we've seen this somehow. Very recently we just saw it. I think it's etched into the ground on one of the balconies we were on. And the Queen of Diamonds. You know what? There is something to be said about this. I absolutely have no doubt that we're going to need the Ace of Spades and the Queen of Diamonds at some point. So, and the Queen of Diamonds is in the left hand. And I believe the Ace of Spades is on the right. Let's verify that, but I believe that's what we saw. Oh, yeah, it's in the right hand. So we have left and we have right. Okay. You must have blueprints to draft. What does that mean? Oh, I'm going to guess it has something to do with that right there. Okay, well, let's get started on this blueprint thing. First, let's read the note. Open only in the event of my death. And it is a ship with the number 4 on it. Okay. And actually, maybe we want to change where my camera layout is real quick. So let's do this. Give me 1 second. I'm going to fix this. Okay, we'll try it up here. We'll see if this is better. If anything in the game pops up or whatever, I'll switch it again. Simon, welcome to Mount Holly. You may not remember, but I've fond memories of your many visits here as a young boy, and I hope these rooms provide you with as much amusement as it did in those lost summer days. By the time you read this, I will assume you are fully aware of my last wishes and all the details of the bequest. Please do not mistake my intentions in giving you this challenge as a lack of confidence. I assure you, nothing could have been further from my mind when I chose you as my heir. Oh, sorry. With that said, there are a few ground rules of this commission covered in the fine print of my will that I feel I should bring to your attention. No tools or items may be brought onto the estate from the outside. Tools and items found on the estate may not be taken off the estate. You may not stay overnight. I don't suspect that any of these stipulations should prove an impediment for someone as resourceful as yourself, but it is very important to me that you start fresh each morning and not rely on the successes of the previous day. One final word of advice. Do not assume the rooms you find today will be the same rooms you find tomorrow. These grounds have provided me a home for the last half-century, and even I am uncertain of which room lies beyond any particular door. Your grandmother used to say, "Don't go where the path leads, abandon the path and go where you want it to lead." With all my love and wishes, best of luck. Herbert, I don't know, was it S. Sinclair? Okay. Interesting. So every day the rooms are going to be different? Is that what I basically got out of that? It's going to start over fresh again? Huh. Let's check out the blueprint. The Mount Holly blueprint. This will serve as a useful map and inventory log during your adventure. You may access the blueprint menu by pressing Tab. Okay. Day 1, 40 steps remaining. Entrance hall. Inventory. Antechamber. Antechamber. From its root meaning the room before, all signs and paths point towards the antechamber. This mysterious sealed room, resting on the 9th rank, may prove, however, quite an initial challenge to even reach, let alone enter. Still, you can't help but draw a connection between this chamber and room 46. So the goal, the objective is to get to the antechamber? I don't know what we're doing here. What does this all mean? Room 46. The mysterious room mentioned in H.S. Sinclair's will, named only by a number. Despite the house's official blueprint only showing a total of 45 rooms, the words of the legal document make it apparent that a 46th room in the house, in fact, exists. Finding this room is your primary objective while on the estate. It is, after all, your bequest. Okay. Bedrooms, hallways, green rooms, shops, red rooms. All right. Not sure what we're supposed to do here. I might move the camera a little bit again just to have it over the name of the room. So give me one more second again. Yeah, that way it doesn't get in the way when we're reading text or anything like that. Okay, so we are in the entrance hall and we now have a blueprint. So what do we do? Let me look at the blueprint again. So, okay. So 45 rooms. It's a 5x9 square. We need to get to the antechamber. How do we build rooms? Select a room to draft. Whenever you enter this room, you gain 2 steps. A closet gives you 2 items, and the hallway. You know what? I wouldn't like to have a... Well, let's do the bedroom. Let's do the bedroom to get our footsteps back that we lost. Oh. Okay. Oh, so since we stepped into the room, we lose a step and then we gain 1 back. Okay, so it basically gives us a net of 1. So what do we do exactly? We just explore the rooms and try to figure stuff out. Greetings from Reddington. Okay. A finger pointing down. Top hat. A crowbar? Origami. A crane. Yeah, I honestly don't know what the flow of this game is yet. So we have to draft rooms and then explore the rooms. She has a moon pendant. Okay. A rosary. It's a nice picture. The trunk is locked. Should we be looking for a key? Well, there's some more origami. There's another crane. Okay. I don't think there's anything really to... Maybe we need to find a key for this trunk. Because I don't think I could open the drawers or anything, so... Okay. Oh, this will give us a key if we go into here. +1 key. A nook. A spiral staircase. Okay. Here's a key. Cool. We got a key. So we could open the trunk, I'm assuming. It's just going to cost us a step to get back to that room? Is that... Yeah, that's probably what it is. 4 stars. What does this say? A journey noteworthy. As you continue on your adventure, you may want to consider getting something to scribble down. Guys, this game is telling you that getting a journal is a good idea. Like, bring back the journals. Make gaming old school again. Bring back journals. Write down everything you see. I promise you, you won't regret it. Let me write down actually the 4 stars. And the spiral staircase. Okay. That's right. This game really is something I'm gonna like. A pad, scrap of paper, perhaps most fittingly, a journal will prove to be an invaluable tool you will not regret having beside you on your journey. Spiral staircase. 4 stars. Why is there a rook? There's a rook up there. Or a castle, I suppose. Una torre en español. Okay, so now that we have the key, we might as well go back, right? I'm assuming we should go back to open that trunk and see what we got. That's going to put us at 39, though. We got another key, the silver key. Unlocking a door with the silver key leads to a room with many doors. Okay. And then we also have, what, a pink diamond? Okay, what is a diamond for? That also would give us another pink diamond. I'm not sure. And it gives us coins. Huh. There has to be some strategy to this, right? It's funny because, like, there is strategy, I'm sure, but a part of me just wants to make a good-looking house as well. So I kind of want to, like, make it make sense. So it wouldn't make sense to have a pantry off of a nook. It also wouldn't make sense to have a parlor because the windows wouldn't be facing anything. But let's do that. I like the fact that there's a puzzle piece. Yeah, there can't be windows because... Okay, there's no windows. Because we're technically, like... That way would be the entrance. So there's a wall now covering the entrance. Alright, so this is leading to nothing. What did we say? We're going to get a jigsaw puzzle. Or a puzzle piece for coming in here. We also have a silver key, but for some reason the silver key isn't showing up on our menu. So I guess it only shows blue keys. You know what? We need to be smarter about this. I just thought about this and we haven't been doing this. Let's try to do this better. I've been drawing the things that I see, but I should start really saying what the rooms are. So like parlor rank 2 has a bridge and a bride. So we should really start actually labeling what each room has as opposed to just drawing the things inside the rooms. Because I'm probably going to have to refer back to them later. And then I'm assuming that I would have to actually use my steps to come back if I were to see what's in the rooms. So it's better for me to be illustrating the things that are in the rooms and be able to use them down the line later than it is for me to have to come back. The statement on the white box is true. There is a second wind-up key in this room. This box and the white box are both empty. Okay, so there is a second wind-up key in this room. This box and the white box are both empty. The statement on the white box is true. Okay, it's a puzzle, but let's figure out what's up. Okay, so there's a wind-up key right here. A rather curious wind-up key, a component of the parlor game. So it's part of the parlor game. Okay. Dear Herbert, this is May the 2nd. It was a great honor receiving the invitation to dine at your estate with the Oldhams this past Thursday. If I'm being frank, it had been quite a while since we had been seen in decent society, and we were beginning to worry that my wife's wit had lost its charm. I have no delusions that my company is rival to hers. If I can refresh your memory, we both spent much of that evening discussing our mutual love of games and puzzles, and I had mentioned to you a rather singular parlor game I had played some years back involving 3 boxes of different colors. You had pressed me to write the particulars of this game when I found the time, and I have included with this letter all the details you will need to share with guests should you be inclined to play this confounding game. Always your friend, M. Lowry. There will always be at least one box which displays only true statements. There will always be at least one box which displays only false statements. Only one box has a prize within. The other two are always empty. Okay, here we go. Puzzle time. So there will always be at least one box which displays only true statements. So one box is saying the truth. One box, at least one box, will say a false statement. One out of the three boxes has a prize. The other two are empty. There will always be at least one box which displays only true statements. That's also, it could be all three of them are honest. No. There has to be at least one liar and there has to be at least one honest box. So there could be two honest boxes. There could be two liars. Okay. Only one box has a prize within. The other two are always empty. Now, one of the statements that the boxes said was that there is another wind-up key in this room. So with that being the case, if we could find another wind-up key, we also have a 33% chance. We have a 33% chance to get this right just on a guess. So this is the way we figure this out. The very first thing we need to do is we need to either disprove or prove this right. So if we can find another wind-up key in this room, then we know for a fact that the white one is an honest box. So let's look for a wind-up key. Huh. And if we can't find a wind-up key, okay. So I'm going to go out on a limb here and say that there is no other wind-up key in this room. So if there is no other wind-up key in this room, that would make the white box a liar. And if the statement on the white box is true, is also a lie, because this is wrong. So these two would be the liars. This would be the honest one. So this box and the white box are both empty, meaning the blue one should be the one that has a prize. Cool. We got gems. Okay. I don't know what the gems are for, but okay, we got it. We won the parlor game. That's cool. Yeah, why wouldn't we want to do a store? Oh, wait a second. Some of these rooms don't have doors. So while this might give us a key, a gem, and coins, there's no way out of this room. Whereas this one has a way out. This one does not either. Let's go with the spare room. That way we can keep going. Also, yeah, because we want to get to the antechamber, right? Okay. Spare room. Can't go up the ladder. So someone was beginning to paint this room. Huh. Okay. Corridor is always left unlocked. Let's go to the pantry, I guess. Pantry has a stage. I'm not gonna. Should I stop to draw this? Pantry, especially if we're gonna reset tomorrow, then maybe not. Let's just try let's just try to keep going and see what happens, because I think it's all gonna start over again tomorrow. Okay, so Bridget, please pick up some more fruit before Friday, as we have just been informed that we may have an extra guest exploring the house next week. 50 steps should be more than enough, so I think an even spread would be ideal. 5 apples, 5 bananas, 5 oranges. The enclosed amount should cover expenses, but please bring back any change from the order and leave it in the pantry. So we got 4 gold coins. And is that like a quest? Are we supposed to find... Oh, you get 5 steps for each of the fruits that we get. Okay. Also, it looks like there's a door there. Yeah, so far, like, I'm a little nervous too. I don't know if this is a horror game. I don't think it's a horror game. I'm not getting the vibes, but it is quiet, and the ambience is definitely kind of creepy. The door is locked. Yeah, let's use the silver key. Yeah, let's do passageway. That cost us gems, though. Wait, we've heard this hum before. This hum was outside. This hum was what we heard outside that bunker. I kind of want to go here so we get to one of the walls. It's locked. Whenever you enter a chapel, you lose 1 coin. If we did this... Oh, it would put a... It would put a door towards the wall. How does that work? Wow. Check this out. This is beautiful. There's something about a nice chapel that really brings you peace. 7, 5, 2, 3. Where's 1? 1. Yeah, I've been in a chapel in some of the worst times of my life, and I found comfort in chapels. So we get 4 coins back. I don't know. I like chapels. There's also a bishop in the chapel. Let's write that down just in case. There's a bishop in the chapel. So far we've seen a rook and a bishop. I might have missed something. I wasn't really looking for those before. There's that symbol again. So what happens if... Oh, I thought we were against the wall, but we're not. Okay. So there's still more room. Let's do a courtyard. Wow. This is very nice. I hope I didn't miss anything. I didn't really explore the chapel as much as I looked at the paintings. That's about it. Looks like it could be useful for digging. An old weathered shovel. Okay, so what are we digging? A worthless old shoe. Not worth picking up? That's too bad. Wait, did I just hear a mouse or something? Cinder blocks. A hose. What's this? What does food do? Well, we need more doors, and we need. I got a red gem. Okay, so we're gonna get a gem out of this. Dunes in the den. And Nappers. Okay, here's a pawn. So there's a pawn, a bishop, and a rook. Why do I feel like the end is going to be like something chess related? The end. I don't even know what the end is, by the way, but we got a gem. So we probably want to go north. We could get a greenhouse. You're more likely to draw green rooms while drafting. Oh my god, I haven't even noticed that there's colors to the rooms as well. Okay, what will a greenhouse do? We have a gem, why not? Let's go. Rank 5? Why am I rank 5? Maybe there'll be something I can dig up with a shovel here? I got a watering can. The first time you enter a green room, use water to gain 1 gem. An old tin can, not worth picking up. Ooh, an oversized turnip should prove to be a nutritious snack, +6. The silver key. Unlocking a door with the silver key leads to a room with many doors. Okay. I think it was worth it to get in here. Oh, there's a statue out there. What is it of? There's a boat as well. And a tree. Interesting. I wish I knew what we were doing. But okay, so we got a turnip. What is this? Trees found inside will never shade. The gems that shine in night and rain. The clue you hold cannot be paid with gems nor coins, so toss away. These sheets you find a worthy trade. Trees found inside will never shade. The gems that shine in night and rain. The clue you hold cannot be paid with gems nor coin, so toss away. These sheets you find a worthy trade. Okay, so we don't want to have money or gems on us, but we do want to have these sheets. Should I write that stuff down? So we're going to do, we're going to take it one step further. See, what we're going to do is we're actually going to take a picture of this. That is like the only time that technology, I'm just going to take a picture of it instead of having to write it all out. All right. What is this, by the way? We gotta go back the way we came. There's no exits. What's this, though? Oh, I know a wall that I can break when I see one. If we had a sledgehammer, we could get in. We just need to find a sledgehammer now. Okay, so there's definitely a fake wall there. That's going to put us at 42, 41. And then now that we have a key, we can go up this way. Oh. Boudoir. Yeah, let's do this. Although technically now that wall, it's boarded up. Got it. And this is where the greenhouse would be. Okay. Got a gold key. What else? Shoes. Christmas. A vault. Someone got a vault for Christmas? Okay. Wait, why do I remember this? Ooh, I just got a flashback of something. We saw an image that had this, and there was something... Damn, I remember that for some... Oh, hi. Vault. Now the question is... How would we figure out the code to get into that? Oh, stocks only go up. There he is. That's... There it is. Year-over-year performance. Perfect. A mine cart full of something with a pickaxe in it. What would the code be? Maybe it was 1990. Was it 1993? No? Okay. Syncaco. Maybe... No. Okay. Huh. Well, we can't get into that yet. We probably have to find the actual pin for it somewhere else. So let's go back. Might have to backtrack quite a bit, actually. We just locked ourselves into that little area. Okay. I'm gonna have to get the turnip for sure. Yeah, this is not good. We're backtracking, spending way too many steps to get back to somewhere. Oh, we like locked ourselves up. I gotta go back to the entrance hall. I have no way forward. Actually, now that I look at my layout, I did a terrible job. I actually just locked myself in. Because I can't go this way and then I'd get stuck. But we might as well look at the other rooms. Okay. Let's go and look at the other rooms at least. And let's... Aquarium is every color of room. Oh, and I don't even have a room that has a door. Plus 10. We might as well just look around just so that we have... Or can I delete rooms? I didn't think about that. Can I actually delete a room? So we have a guest room. Basketball. Little puppy. A safety pin and a tree. Okay, let's read this. Sinclair, just wanted to write you a quick note thanking you for the weekend. I had a thrilling time on the hunt with Lord Evanson, whose peculiar personality somewhat made up for your own absence. I also got to appreciate your new game in the billiard room. It's been ages since I've seen the billiard room in the house. I was beginning to suspect you retired the floor plan. It was well worth the wait, though, as I always enjoy your mathematical puzzles and appreciate that I didn't need to know the rules of darts to play your variation. Hoping your health improves shortly. Well, damn. Now we gotta get to the billiards room, but I don't think we have any more space to build. Unless I can delete things, which I don't think I can. Green rooms. Red rooms. Got it. And then the aquarium is everything. So I think that's actually going to be the end of this run, because I don't think we can delete. I got a shovel, a watering can, a silver key, but I don't think I can do anything here. So, damn. I did a terrible job, I guess. How many rooms did we get? We got 3, 5, we got 8. Oh my god, we got, okay. Not 46. Got it. We were close. We were very close. But yeah, I think let's try wrapping it. Let's call it a day. Let's call it a day. Let's see what happens when we call it a day. Tomorrow you will awake to find the rooms of the estate as well as your current inventory will have been reset. Yeah, we're going to have to call it there. We didn't do very good. $14 rooms, rank 5 reached, steps taken 36, items found 3. I was expecting them to like give me a grade like you got a D- or something. All right. Well, that wraps up day 1 of Blueprints. I think this is going to be a good place to stop. Let's see what happens if we hit save and continue. Will it load us right back to the beginning again? Day 2. Okay, and then it starts. So it's going to be kind of like a loop game. It's almost like Groundhog Day, and we just have to keep going, although it is tracking how many days it takes us to actually beat this. But anyways, that is going to wrap up episode 1 of Blueprints. As always, guys, if you got this far into the channel, or if you got this far into this video, thank you so much for watching. If you liked what you saw and you're not subscribed, please subscribe. It's free. We have a goal of 500 subscribers by the end of 2025. Thanks for helping me along the way. I will catch you guys on the next episode. Bye-bye. We hope you enjoyed this episode of Your Game Therapy. Like the videos so others can find us, and subscribe so you won't miss the next episode.